Hi, this is the Match Now with Sean channel. Hey!
Hello.
And it's actually something that me and Joe actually agreed on. Was that
Wow.
there's rumours.
That's not often.
Hello.
This is Match Now with Sean. As you say, I've got two people beside me for a change.
Hey, Sean. Yeah, we should. Get him in here. Get him in. Come on.
You got my man.
Yeah, it's a little bit of eye candy for you. Hello, welcome back to Match Now with Sean, with your host Sean Healy. Going to do a bit of a squad rebuild. Basically, what I'm going to do is I've looked up on transfer market and done a few look up on a few stats and whatever, and I've come up with replacements for the players in my previous video that I'd like to bring in. And I was like, yeah. In my previous video, I did a long keep, sell, not slog Mario Void. That's something completely different and that's different YouTube altogether. But yeah, so I've done a bit of a long keep and sell kind of situation, and in this video I'm going to kind of plug the gaps and squad rebuild. It's going to be kind of a mix of Premier League experience and players that I think could make the team better and raise the floor of the squad. But the thing is, not that our squad depth is not good, but now I think we want to push onto that into Europe, to get into Europe, or into the top half. We need to probably raise the floor of the squad. I said I wanted to get rid of Meslier. Meslier is going to be going in the summer for free, which I think is crazy. And I said I'd keep Darlow, and I would loan out Perry and get rid of Cairns. Now, so that means we need one, maybe two, depending on which way you want to do it. If you want to go down if you want Darlow as your number one next season, I'd go for keeper that was in the championship last season with Coventry. Was their number one last year. He was on loan from Brighton. Young England keeper. Good at crosses. Commands the area. Takes no bullshit. I'd go for Rushworth. He future in the number one. Great for a young keeper. He's got a lot of presence about him. Made the odd mistake, but we don't mind that when they're that age. You don't mind that. It's not a He's not gonna, doesn't make the same mistakes Meslier does, where he just throws games almost. I feel like he's thrown the match. So I'd get him for 12 million. That's a transfer market. They're going to get these transfer prices from. It gives you kind of a rough idea. And 12 million for Rushford ain't bad. And you'd make that on number one. Rushford number two. Play the cup games. Play the odd match in the Premier League. And then send Perry out on loan. Perry gets his experience. Darlow goes next summer. Then you have two decent keepers. You have two decent keepers then as your two keepers. And then I'd bring up Mahady. I'd bring in Mahady for next year. I'd bring him up to the first team as a third choice keeper. Third choice keepers aren't really there around the place, but as he can keep his foot in the door at 121s there and keep progressing. Because I think Mahady will break through at some point. I think he's a very good young keeper. Very good young keeper. Then the other option then is Darlow to be number two. And I'd bring Trafford in on loan from Man City. I really, really like Trafford. I think we probably could have went for him last year. Good young keeper. Knows how to keep clean sheets. I know it's only for Burnley, but he knows how to do it. And he commands the box. And that's a big thing for me. He commands the box. And it gives Perry, when he comes back next summer, something to push at. Then at right back, because Sam Byron I'd let go, I'd bring in and was at Aston Villa this year. Was on loan from Levante. Did okay at that level. Good pass of the ball. Knows to go up and down the pitch. Andres Garcia. Garcia, depending on how you want to pronounce it. It's only 7 million, which I think was worth it. Could be second string to Bogle. I'll keep Justin James as left back. Yeah, I think he's a good player. And at centre back for 50, it says between 14 and 20 million, so I'm going to put the higher up as the higher amount. So 20 million, I'd go for Nathan Ake from Man City. Plenty of Premier League experience, Champions League experience, and play centre back and left back. Bit of pace about him, bit of leadership about him. 14 to 20 million. There you go. And the second centre back I'd bring in is Mr. John Stones on a free, which I think is a great deal. If you can get that over the line, he's an England international. I was an England international. He's from Yorkshire. He's from Barnsley, so you may want to move a bit closer to home. Give him a little project to go towards. Big club, big club like Leeds. Great passer of the ball. Wins a lot of balls in both boxes. Great in the air in both boxes. Which I think will suit us. Next, I'd look into the in midfield. I said I'd get in Julian Brent from Borussia Dortmund, who again is free, has Champions League experience, great playmaker, nice things happen, and is a great presser of the ball. And I think he'd be good um, pickup. Um, knows how to play a bit of ball. Um, being at Borussia Dortmund, so he's can't be half bad. And I think he'd be a great addition to replace Brendy. Um, the other one that I'm looking at is Merlin Rowe, who's unknown at Everton from Freiburg. He plays a defensive midfielder, centre midfielder, and cam, which is good. Bit of variety about him. Can play different positions. Um, so I think it could be a good squad option. Um, and he's about 10 million. He's at 10 million. I think it's a great addition. Pepe Fernandez from Sevilla will be very good. Again, can play cam, which is what we're looking at. Number 10. Played 28 matches in La Liga, 343 accurate passes, with 81% passing rate, 17 accurate long balls, and 3 goals and 2 assists. Thank you very much. 6 to 10 million. Perfect. Good squad option. Great squad option. I think he'll have that bit of an unknown quality about him, and I think he'd be a great signing. Done very well in Spain. I think he'd be ready to make that step up now to the next level. Next one in, Mr. Harry Wilson. Again, he'd be free. Great player. Premier League experience. Knows how to score goals from everywhere. Good set piece taker. He's Welsh, so he'll settle in quite well for me. 19 goals and assists. Assists is a fantastic turn for this year and a great steal. Sorry. I think it'd be a great steal, especially for free. Especially for free. And you want to stay at a big club, and I think show him the way. The next one is Ramazani. I'd keep Ramazani as cover for Nanto. I think he's a good player. Very direct. Likes to go forward. Bit of excitement about him. And I think he's definitely better than James and Nanto. I think Fark was harsh to to send him out on loan. That was very harsh of him, but that's only me. Next one, Alison Santos from Napoli for 13.5 million. He's got 7 goals and 3 assists. So that's 10 GNA in all comps. Very quick, very direct. It's where like when players picks for goal. And the great squad option. Yes. Again, Italy. Napoli will be looking to probably sell 1 or 2. I think he'd be one that I'd be looking at. Next would be the strikers. I'm looking at maybe 2 or 3. I'm looking at. So, oh God, Zion Fleming would do well at Leeds from Burnley. For 12.5 mil, I think with Burnley going down, we can get that a bit cheaper, maybe at about 10 or 11. Um, Done very well in the struggling Burnley side. It's definitely worth a crack. Um, uh, yes, and the next one I'd go for is Jared Bowen from West Ham. I know he want to stay in the Premier League. Leeds is a big club. But suit his work, his hard working attitude. Also knows how to score. He has 20 GNA this season. It cost 30 to 40 million. I know it sounds a bit steep, but you want to buy quality, you got to buy quality. Uh, and then my wild card option will be Jonas Wind. Um, Only played 11 times this year because of injury, but with our record in keeping players fit, not a bother. Doesn't bother me at all. Because we've got a great bit to keep players fit. I would keep him fit and score goals. And it only cost 10 million, which is quite cheap. Quite cheap for what he will bring you. Um, and that's the squad. Total cost of 122 million. Got told today if he it would have been that it's 140 million you've got to play with next season. So fingers crossed, and fingers crossed he can do well. And it doesn't really matter. I'm not really bothered who. Well, I'll tell you that I am. I will try not to get annoyed at signings we make because I trust the 49ers. They got a bang on last summer, bang on. It was brilliant. Um, so that's 122 million, 20 million left over for January. Um, that's a match now with Sean. Hope he's enjoyed a good bit of weather. And Leeds.